Good morning everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you are new to my channel, my name is Lesleyanne and I do all types of videos on my channel, including shopping hauls, lifestyle reviews, loads of home cooking and many more. If you'd like to take a few minutes and have a look back at some of my videos, then you'll get an idea of the things I do on my channel. But today is part of my prepping for Christmas. Okay, I know some people don't like that C word this early in the year, but we are August, just coming out of lockdown. It's still not pleasant to be out there. If I do go out, obviously I wear my mask, but I am not enjoying being out there. So I'm using my time constructively and starting to do some of my preserves for Christmas. So already I have made pickled eggs, I've made chilli jam, I've made red cabbage, and today I'm doing pickled beetroot. That's my husband sorting out my jars ready for the beetroot and my washing machine, but it's real life and it's a real household. So the first thing I'm going to do, so I have got 3 bunches of fresh beetroot, and the first thing I'm going to do is just take the stalks off and the little bits at the bottom, like these little bits here at the bottom, the root, and then very gently just wash them under the tap before I put them into a big saucepan ready to cook until they're nice and soft. And then at that stage, once they've cooled down a little bit, I will be taking the peel, the outside of the beetroot off. So I'm going to lower the camera down so that you can see exactly how I do it. You may want to use gloves with this. It doesn't bother me. I just wash my hands, and if it takes a little while for the beetroot to come out of my hands, I don't mind. But if you do mind, or you've got to use your hands in your job, say if you're office based or something, and it's not a good look, then I would possibly just pop some gloves on, because you know what beetroot can be like, and make sure obviously you're not wearing any clothes that you could ruin. So they're all done, look, I've top and tailed them, so they're going to be washed in a moment. I'm going to wash this board off because I'm going to use this one again for when I decide to, when I cut the beetroot up into rounds. So I'm going to go and put these in water now, ready to put on the cooker. Right, so I've got my pan with the beetroot in. The water is covering most of them, and some of the smaller ones I can just move around a little bit and just sort of turn them a little bit whilst they're cooking to make sure they do cook evenly. But I'll come back and catch up with you when they have cooked. Okay then guys, so this is all cooked. It's been in here for probably about an hour, I'd say. And I've just used one of these skewers just to test, and you can see it's cooked. So I'm now going to take them from here, pop them into the colander, which is stood in a baking dish. Okay. Right then guys, so the beetroots are done. They're still quite warm, but while they're warm, that's when you really do kind of want to skin them. So I'm going to try and do it, hopefully you can see.
Jump into the car on a Friday night, I wanna drive with you. Looking for a bar in the nearest town, I've never seen a sky so blue. We don't ever play it and the night is young, it doesn't matter what we do. There ain't nobody like, there ain't nobody like. You look so beautiful, and I'm so lucky to be yours. And you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you. I'm not coming down. Ain't nobody like you. I could go 1,000 miles as long as I'm with you. Yeah, you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you. Talking about yourself and you make me smile. I can listen all night long. I tell you about the time when I first met you, listening to a favorite song. Walking on the street when you caught my eye, something about the way you move. No, there ain't nobody like, there ain't no.
Okay then guys, so what I did to cool it down quicker, I took them all out of the colander and I laid them in the roasting dish here. They cooled down a lot quicker. So now they have cooled down, I'm going to start to fill my jars. Let me see if you can see, okay? I think that's okay. So, you need to kind of gauge the width of the opening of your jar. Obviously, if I was to start to chop this into a ring, it's not going to fit in. So what I'm going to do is to halve them. But before I do that, I'm going to just take the bottom and the top off. And excuse the noise of my dog, she's put her tennis ball down by my foot because she wants me to play ball. And Elsie right now I cannot. So I'm doing decent size slices. They're quite chunky, this sort of size. How pretty do they look? And then, literally, I'm just going to layer them into my jar like this.
Friday night, I wanna drive with you. Looking for a bar in the nearest town, I've never seen a sky so blue. We don't ever play it and the night is young, it doesn't matter what we do. There ain't nobody like, there ain't nobody like. You look so beautiful, and I'm so lucky to be yours. And you're taking me high. the car on a Friday night. I wanna drive with you. Looking for a bar in the nearest town. I've never seen a sky so blue. And you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you. I'm not coming down. Ain't nobody like you. I could go 1,000 miles as long as I'm with you. Yeah, you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you. Ain't no.
Okay then guys, so I've washed out the same pan. If you've got a ceramic sink like we have, kind of wash it straight away. Yeah, I mean it doesn't really stain, but it just makes for doing less work, you know. So I'm going to put all my vinegar in here. I'm adding in, this is just some light brown sugar. There you go. And I'm just kind of going with an instinct. You know, I'm not going to measure it out or anything. Just think if you want it sweeter or you don't want it sweeter. I mean, it's mainly to take the acidity away from the vinegar, to be honest. So that's it for me. That's what I'm going with. So I'd say I probably used possibly 1/4 of a pack. Right, now I'm just going to get this all to the sugar to melt and it all to infuse and just let it cool down a bit. Right, so all of those beetroots I got have actually made just 4 jars, but they're quite big jars. So now I'm going to get the vinegar over and to start adding it. So I've got here, look, I've got the malt vinegar and the sugar. It's all mixed and melted in together and infused. So now I'm going to start to just, with a ladle, and I'm going to have loads left actually, because it has, the beetroot didn't go as far as I actually thought it would. But it's important that you put this on while this liquid is still warm. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to reserve the vinegar, because I'll be able to get some more beetroot and to make some more. So fill it up as much as you can, so as to cover all the beetroot. So that's that one. And I'll be getting Chris to put lids on for me in a moment.
You're playing your cards with your queen of hearts. When everyone folds, your fork still holds. You're placing your bet, showing no regret. Close your eyes to hide your lies, roll the dice. You got me tiptoeing around you like you're made of glass. Got an invincible fence, letting everyone know not to trespass. But you're bound to break down, bound to lose, bound to get knocked right out of your...
Right, so that's all done. So Chris is going to put the lids on for me. We find out the right lids to these first. Right, so what I'm going to do now is the jars that I didn't use, I'm just going to try and save some of the vinegar in them, and then they can go on the shelf and I can pull them out. To do is just reheat it, but I don't have to buy any more.
Got an invincible fence, letting everyone know not to trespass. But you're bound to break down, bound to lose, bound to get knocked right out of your...
Right then, so I've managed to make 4 of these big jars of the pickled beetroot. And then over here in the other 4 jars that I didn't have enough beetroot for, I've just put the pickling vinegar that I've made to do the beetroot. I've just popped it into the jars. I'm going to label them up and keep those, and then I'm going to use that at a later date. I've just got to wait for these to cool down now, and then I'm going to label them up. There we are, they're all made now, look. So I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. If you have, please give me a nice big thumbs up. That really helps my channel out and it lets YouTube know that you enjoy my videos. As I've already said, if you'd like to see more, I'd really love it if you would subscribe to my channel. Don't forget, as I said, if you press that notification bell, then you will know when I've done all my new uploads. But thank you so much for watching if you have got this far, and I will see you all in my next video. Take care, my lovelies. Bye for now.